It's late at night, you're hungry, and you just want some General Tso's chicken and rice. What are you gonna do? Well, I'm here to show you how to make it at home. Let's get started. Do you ever just want Chinese food so bad you can taste it? It's late at night, you've got your comfy clothes on, and you want something for dinner, but it just has to be Chinese takeout food. You want that super popular dish, that General Tso's chicken, and nothing else will do, right? Well, we're kind of in that situation right now. And I just really want it. And the thing is, I'm Tara the Foodie, and I'm not going to order it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to show you how to make General Tso's chicken in your kitchen. Before I get started, I wanted to take some time to thank you, all of you that have subscribed, that have liked my videos, shared them with your friends. And if you haven't already, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button, and also the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Now let's get started. What's the reason why everybody likes General Tso's chicken? Because it's got this crispy texture to it. And then it's smothered in this tangy, sort of spicy, but in a little bit sweet, but not too sweet sauce. And it's just perfect, right? It's like crackish. So we want to make that at home. First things first, we have here a bowl of chicken thighs, just cut up into bite-sized pieces. I'm gonna put in about a quarter cup or so of cornstarch. And then we're going to add about a tablespoon of soy sauce. And we always get the low sodium soy sauce. So just kind of eyeball it. 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. So we'll kind of put that in there, which I think is about all I have left. So I'm just going to put it all in. Then you're just going to stir it up. And Spatch is very excited to do so. So you just want to coat all of this chicken with this mixture. So I'm going to just shake on a little more. And this all depends on how much chicken you're using. Now you can kind of see that there's more of a coating. This sound is it's just cracking me up. Oh yeah. All right, so we've got the chicken. We are going to basically deep fry it. Again, if you don't have a deep fryer, as I don't, we just heat up some either canola oil, light olive oil, whatever you like to fry in, an inch or so in your pan. We're gonna make the sauce, the other thing besides the crispiness that makes you just need the General Tso's chicken. First, you wanna start with some rice vinegar, and you're gonna put it in about 2 tablespoons or so. 1, 2. Then you want to grab your soy sauce and also put about 2 tablespoons in. About a tablespoon of this barbecue, Korean barbecue, teriyaki, blah, blah, blah sauce. Just get something sort of sweet that tastes good. It's pretty much what you need. Then you want to grab this. Just this one. It's the chili garlic sauce, not the sweet stuff in the tall thing, not the rooster sauce or sriracha sauce, but this is the chili garlic sauce. This is just hot. It's hot. It's spicy.
Does it smell hot?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can tell. Like,
oh, yeah?
My nose and hairs are tingling. Yeah, you smell it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
So sniff it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got the pepper seeds in there, the chili seeds. So you want to put in about a tablespoon of this because you want some heat, but in something like this, when it's all mixed up, it'll be just enough heat. Now, I don't like overly sweet Asian food. The Americanized Chinese takeout is what I'm talking about, and it is just too sweet. So we're gonna do about a tablespoon of sugar, and that's it. I don't really think you need any more than that. Normally, I use chicken broth.
Calm down.
Hey, calm down.
Calm down.
Jeez. How is there water in that? Dang it. I really need to remember to wipe out my pan before I put oil in it. Oh well.
Pro tip.
Like you can.
Pro tip.
Yeah, pro tip. Pro tip, stop burning yourself all the time, okay? I don't know if anybody wants a close-up of that, but yeah. Anyway, back to the broth. We are adding 2 tablespoons of chicken broth, but I don't have that right now, and it's late, and we did not want to go out to the store, so we're using beef broth. I think it's going to be fine. We'll let you know. If not, I know that the chicken broth tastes good, so we're going to do 1, 2. So 2 tablespoons of that. And we're going to go back to the cornstarch and add a tablespoon of that because we want this, when we heat it up, and it happens fast, thicken up into kind of a glaze. So we're going to take cornstarch, about a tablespoon's worth. And that is the sauce. So we're going to whisk it up. Now, anytime you make a sauce like this, taste it. Stick your finger in there. It's spicy enough, it's tangy, it's sweet, so I think it's good to go. The next thing we're gonna do is fry up this chicken. So that is coming up to temp. It's scary. Just pro tip. Just make sure you wipe out your pan before you put in your oil because it'll pop like this. That's what you're seeing and hearing, and it's super annoying. But it is what it is. Once we put the food in there, it's gonna probably be angry at first, and then it will eventually, the water will cook out of it and evaporate, and then we'll all be safe. When you fry something like this, what I suggest, if you have it, if you do any baking at all, you probably have like a drying rack. So grab your drying rack and put it over something, because it's gonna drip a little bit of oil. So I just put it on top of like a cutting board or something. And now you have the perfect place to, put your chicken once you've fried it. Oh God, that was a big one. Those are just... Jesus.
You're making me angry.
I know. It's like I want to cut through. I don't even know if doing this is good or bad. I don't. If you know, you're probably yelling at your screen right now. Like, stop. I don't know. So I feel like I'm bringing it up to the top. Science. I don't know. I don't know science. I almost think I'm just going to drop it in. Yep, I'm just going to drop it in. That's how I did it before. I'm just trying to be careful because I burn myself literally all the time. But you need to do this fast. So just take your chunks and drop them in. You want to drop these in, so they're not touching if you can help it. You're going to stir them too as they fry. So again, try to do this quickly because you want them to cook around the same time. Be careful. Just try to get as low to the oil as you can. If you got a safer way of doing this, do it. Use your slotted spoon to start moving things around because then you can see when they're done. They don't take long. So far, it seems like the oil is less angry at us, so that's good. These are bite-sized pieces of chicken. They will not take long to cook. So when they look done to you, you want to grab them. Okay, you just start taking them out once they look golden brown. So now we are going to take our sauce that we made earlier and just turn on the flame, just medium-ish heat. We just want to actually medium high. I'm doing medium high. My hand just knows what to do. I don't know why. So we want to pour this into a pan. And right now it's really thin, right? You know, that's not going to do anybody any good. And you just want to stir it while it's heating. It'll heat pretty quickly. And when it starts to heat and you know, kind of simmer and bubble, it will start to thicken. See right here, it's bubbling. And as soon as it starts to bubble, you can see that it's thickening already. You really don't want it to get too thick because we want it to coat all of the chicken nicely. Just grab your chicken with the easiest tool that you have in your kitchen, your hands. Throw them in. And then once you do that, then just take a spoon and then just coat every piece. And you can see it coming together now. And doesn't that look familiar? Sure does. So now we're ready to plate. So you want to put a bed of rice down. Doesn't look so good. And take your, Jesus, that's heavy. Take your chicken and get some scoops full of your lovely chicken. Try desperately to plate it so it's pretty. But you know what? The imperfections sometimes are exactly what you want. And then grab your broccoli. You guys remember Saturday Night Live? Chopping broccoli. She chop. You remember that?
No.
Okay, well, Dana Carvey, one of the best skits ever. And then take your broccoli, put that on the side. To really top it off, you want to sprinkle some green onion on top. And then you want to take some, whatever sesame seeds you have on hand. I have some toasted sesame seeds here. And you just want to sprinkle some on top. General Tso's chicken in your own kitchen. I don't know if that rhymed, but it was very close. But here it is, it's pretty, and we are ready to taste it. I know I am. So let's get a little bit of the chicken on the fork with some rice. A little bit of rice, green onion on there. Oh, stop it. Big bite. That's really good.
And there you have it, kids.
It's really, really good. It tastes just like it. And we made it in our own kitchen. You know what's going into it. There's not any kind of hidden ingredients or anything. So totally worth making it in your own kitchen. Well, it's interesting, right? To see how to make something new. Oh, we're chooching.
We're getting chooched.
We live by train tracks, FYI. And you're about to find out how loud it gets here.
Oh, that's not bad.
This is the first time it's ever happened, filming a video. Anyway, it's late, but we have our Chinese food here now to eat in our pajamas, finish our cold beers, and then get to bed. Just as you should right after you eat, right? But, you know, sometimes you have to do it. So anyway, thank you again for checking us out, for supporting us. Every time that you share our video, you hit subscribe, you have others hit subscribe, you like our videos, that helps us be more successful on YouTube. It helps the algorithm, and that way we can make more of these videos for you and keep showing you some really great dishes. I am Tara the Foodie, and I will see you next time. Go, baby.
It's so good, babe.